watch you come back.
For each time I do, just the thought of you makes me. Because I've got you under my skin.
I grew a little bit more sure of myself as a player, you know. When you get older, you leave behind a lot of stuff and you're more able to concentrate and focus on the real deal. And I think also as a band leader I've evolved, and it's just, yeah, and I'm not done yet, you know. I feel like I'm almost just at the beginning of the saxophone, you know, to learn it. But having a lot of fun in the meantime.
Well, I was very young and still what you call a rookie. And so for me, every experience playing with Herbie was like playing with God. And I remember that it was, you know, just like today, amazing to be in this beautiful scenario, a beautiful scenery, I'm sorry, playing with my idol. It's also a privilege, you know, to be able to influence and to guide and to educate new musicians and young musicians. I think it's a great privilege. It's, in my case, it's very easy because the musicians I play with are extremely good, and all of them, when we met, already knew a lot of my music.
Actually, he was a hero of mine. He still is. Growing up, I studied in Israel in Thelma Yalin High School of the Arts, and like all of us looked up to Eli and listened to his records. And I actually remember me and Eviatar Slivnik have been friends since we were 6. So I remember him and I sitting and transcribing Eli's songs before we knew what was going to happen. And suddenly we found ourselves playing that same song that we transcribed with Eli live. It means a lot to both of us. So.
things, actually. If you think of the great tradition of the chanson, really, that's what I love. So right back to Damia and Miss Tanguet and through Piaf, of course, and then even Brel. I know that he's not French, but you know, these story songs that are really very powerful. And then, of course, Françoise Hardy, Jane Birkin, France Gall.
For me, I'm from a punk rock and rock and roll background. And so for me, my first experiences in France was the spirit of French people, which is very political, very physical, very natural and sensual people, and food and music and quality of life and strength of spirit. And I really resonate with that. I love France, and I feel very at home here, even though I'm terrible at the language.
On donne vraiment, on est nous-mêmes quand on joue, quoi. Il n'y a pas de tricherie, puis on s'amuse. Et moi, j'ai la chance d'être avec des musiciens qui sont un peu comme ma famille, quoi. C'est des vrais amis. Donc on se régale et il y a une espèce de vérité, quoi. On est nous-mêmes, qu'on ne veut pas tricher, on ne peut pas refaire les prises. On est nous. Je vais essayer d'être mieux coiffé ce soir, mais on va s'éclater. Je compte sur vous pour faire une belle fête ce soir. Voilà, il va y avoir plein de musique. J'ai la chance d'être avec des musiciens extraordinaires, vous allez voir. Ça joue terrible. Puis je compte sur vous pour danser, pour chanter, pour taper des mains. Youpi, voilà, youpi.
Alors moi je suis là depuis 2016. Je m'occupais de la direction de prod du festival Jazz à Juan jusqu'à cette année. Et cette année, en plus de ça, je me suis occupé de la régie générale, c'est-à-dire la mise en œuvre de toutes les infrastructures qui sont sur le festival, à savoir les tribunes, la scène, les bungalows, les bureaux, les tentes, le mobilier, la mise en place de la sécu, etc. La force de ce festival, c'est que c'est extrêmement professionnel et en même temps, on est dans une convivialité hyper rare. Ça fait vraiment ambiance festival, on vit ensemble, donc il faut que ce soit convivial parce que sinon ce serait compliqué. Et au-delà de ça, on est quand même là pour un objectif, quoi, d'être professionnel, compétent, d'accueillir les artistes comme il se doit, de répondre à leurs besoins.